What are you playing cornhole? That sounds disgusting.
What? Do you not know what cornhole is?
No.
Omar, do you know what cornhole is?
We played
Cornhole?
it, Josh. You played it
Yes.
in San Diego.
That's right,
months ago.
cornhole.
What?
Dave, are you... Wait a second, stop. Are you kidding around? Are you
No,
screwing with us? You have no clue what cornhole is.
that sounds. Well, you know what that sounds like. What
I
is
do
it?
know what it sounds like, but that's not what it is. It's on ESPN even, cornhole.
Wait, do either one of you guys know what a Monte Cristo is?
Yes, of course. It's a sandwich and it's delicious. That's not the point.
Wow,
It's
Dave,
like
Dave,
what was
you know
the
that?
thing? Cleveland
You know-
steamer. What was the
what do you-
thing?
No,
No,
Pittsburgh.
that's not a Cleveland steamer.
Pittsburgh.
We were talking about a hot lunch.
Pittsburgh stuff.
Is it a hot lunch?
Oh,
No, it's not a hot lunch. Cornhole is like horseshoes, but with boards, with wooden boards that are on a slant with a hole in them, and you have bags that are filled with corn, dry corn.
Oh,
is this really what this
Bags,
podcast
you're
has come to?
bags.
Talking about this for longer than 3 seconds.
We're not on the podcast yet. This is the precursor. Bags. Yeah, you call them bags. Yeah, it's called cornhole, though.
I've never heard the term cornhole.
What?
What is corn? Hello, everyone, and welcome to FTS Friends Talking Shop. We're here in a chilly January and coming to you looking forward to episode 61. We have
61.
passed, we are now into the 60s.
This is the Roger Maris episode.
I was going to say that. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I was going to say the
yeah.
Roger Maris
We've
episode.
already gotten hate mail from people who are Babe Ruth fans.
That's right.
So it's already happened.
Can't control it. But yes, we are, and we're also sitting here on the verge of each of us enjoy NFL football. The playoffs are happening, and look, the Ravens are in it. Congratulations, Omar. Packers are in it. Congratulations to me.
Not so much me.
The Eagles, not so much. I'm
Not
sorry.
so much. We got it crapped out.
Anyway, but well, let's kick things off. We're really excited about this episode. Lots to report to you before we get into the episode. But first, let's see how my other hosts are doing. I'm Dave, if I haven't mentioned already. That's why I'm one of the hosts. One of my other hosts is Josh. Josh, outside of the Eagles, how are you doing?
Yeah, outside of the Eagles, I'm all right. That was been a very tough pill to swallow. You guys, for lunch, I tend to eat lunch out every day, or if not necessarily out, but I don't like making lunch here. Either I get something or my wife gets something for me on a daily basis, which is really nice.
You're a big sandwich guy, aren't you?
I'm a big sandwich guy, but I'm also a big salad bar guy.
Oh, yeah.
I do love a good salad bar, and that's because I have such an awful palate, as Omar has told me a million times on this podcast.
Yeah.
Right, Omar?
Yeah.
And
you have even worse digestion.
Yeah. Oh, from A to Z. It's just
that's
nothing
gotten
but-
better. That's definitely gotten better. But I love the Whole Foods salad bar. I don't love Whole Foods in general, but for some reason I really love the Whole Foods salad bar. And I love salad bars because now I can create the salad that I want, because you can never get the salad. At least I can never get the salad that I want with preordained salads like Cobb salad and whatever the hell others. I can only name one salad. That's pretty sad.
Caesar.
Caesar, thank you. That's a good one.
I can't think of one. Omar, you think of one.
Wedge salad. There's one. Omar, you got one?
A chopped Louis.
There you go.
Yeah,
Chopped
it's a real
Louis.
salad. My dog's name is Louis, so I always feel like I'm,
Are there bits of dog in it?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm eating, like I'm enjoying him through my body.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm not touching that one.
Phrase.
But
Wait,
anyway,
hold on, I have a question.
Yeah,
You guys have had dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
The dog now.
Did you love your dogs? Do you love your dogs?
Of course. Love.
Okay, so
love
for
dog.
me, when I used to pick up Lou's poop and it was warm, to me that was love.
Oh, come on. Stop.
I swear to God, that's how I think about it.
Stop. Hey, let me ask you this while we're on that subject, and I want to get back to my salad bar pet peeve in a second. But when you pick up the poop, with the little baggie.
If I have a baggie.
Well, you pick up with your bare hands?
No, that's like one of my superpowers. In New York City, I never had a bag. I would find a newspaper or a bag on the ground.
If you have a baggie, just entertain me.
Okay.
If you have a baggie, because that's what we use, you put your hand in the baggie, you pick up the poop, you reverse it, you tie it up, you throw it out, right? So you're never really touching the dog shit.
Yep.
Don't you still have to? I wash my hands immediately. Immediately.
No. And by the way, again, you are so comfortable saying the word shit. It's just it's offensive to me. How'd you grow up? Like I don't understand. You grow up like
Think about.
David, don't you notice that about Josh? He's very.
There is an unusual amount of fascination of the topic. Yeah, it comes up more.
I say poop.
The topic.
But also that word. He uses the word shit, which is again. It's like the c word to me.
You use it all the time.
I never used the word.
You
shit.
drop f-bombs constantly on this podcast.
That is cursing. It's not telling a story. Your narrative is full of the S word.
I see what you're saying. So in other words, I should be using it as an expletive and not necessarily as a noun or a verb.
Yes, correct.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so I went to the salad bar the other day, and this is a huge pet peeve of mine. I'm wondering if you guys hate this. But so I go to Whole Foods. First of all, there was no romaine in the thing, right? And then I saw a guy in a Whole Foods shirt. He clearly worked there, and I said, "Hey, there's no romaine." And he said to me, "I'm not responsible for that." Who does that? You're wearing a Whole Foods shirt. So you work at Whole Foods. I'm a customer. I don't know who's responsible. I don't know who the salad guy is. Shouldn't you say, "Yes, sir. It's not me, but I'm going to go talk to the person who does that."
Yeah.
He just said, "I'm not responsible," and then went on his way. And
how old was this person?
Young. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's kids these days.
Yes.
Kids these days. They don't. Yeah. That's the answer, right?
That is the answer there. There's no question. It's not my responsibility. So I walk away. I didn't do that. And then they walk away, and that's it. It's annoying.
Well,
go ahead.
Can I add something to it?
Yeah,
Well, it might just be general service at restaurants wherever. Because I was at a restaurant. It was restaurant week in the town that we had. So the restaurant we went to was packed, and he brought us a plate of olive oil but no bread. So he just put this plate down, and we've been sitting there for a while anyway. And then we thought it was a weird color, so we thought it was olive oil, but it was like, that's weird. There's nothing accompanying it. So we waited good 5 minutes. He comes by and we said, "Sir, is there bread coming with this?" He said, "It's in the oven. This is what happens when I have, the 40 tables worth of people." And then he walked off. What in the world? Yeah. And I thought, well, that is going to be reflective in your tip, sir. But that's no good, right?
That's customer service these days.
Grown man too.
It's not what it used to be. Not what it used to be. Which is why I don't want to ever deal with people. And I said this on a different podcast. Everything needs to be digital. I want to order digitally on my table and have it just brought out.
I want you to look. What's in my hand right now?
A Best Buy bag.
Do you see what's in here? Can you kind of tell?
No, I can't tell what's in there. It's
nice
bag. You're showing us the outside of
the whole bag full of iPhones.
Yeah. What is that?
Is that a hard drive?
A USB hard drive?
No, it's a multi-port connector.
Okay. Yeah.
What's this?
It's
like another different type of multi-port connector.
Yeah.
Wait. What's this? It's a wire.
That looks like
what's this? It's another wire.
It's a cable, not a wire.
I bought 7 boxes of things. You want to know why I bought 7? Another multi-port connector.
Because you don't know which one you need.
You want to know why I did this? You want to know why I did this?
You don't know which one you need.
I went to Best Buy and I bought a large monitor for here. Right, and the salesperson there had no idea which plugs or ports. Yeah. So I went to Amazon and I saw what was bought together with this same exact monitor.
Love that.
Then I bought that times 3 just to be safe. Because I'm my dad.
Now you won't keep the ones that you don't use, right? You'll return them.
I'll take it to my dad's house
and leave them there.
No, I'm kidding. Okay. I'll take them back to Best Buy.
Yeah. Let me go back. So this is a pet peeve. Tell me if it's yours. But I go in the salad. Every time I go in there, it drives me nuts. I love hard-boiled egg in my salad, right?
Yep.
You don't like that? Whole Foods has hard-boiled egg. But it's just a whole hard-boiled egg in the tray.
Oh, they don't chop it?
Chop it up. Chop it up. Who puts a whole egg in their salad like that? Chop it up. It's like shrimp tails. When they leave the shrimp tails on in your salad, and you get like a shrimp Caesar, that drives me nuts.
Who does that?
That's a whole process. What are you talking about? I got that all the time. The shrimp tails are on.
In the salad?
In the salad. The shrimp tails are on. I don't understand what's going on. Chop that up. That drives me crazy. Anyway.
Well, I think that the step of you chopping up your hard-boiled egg is like very minimal work on your part, right?
It's less. Can I tell you a secret what I do? And this is going to be very horribly embarrassing, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So when I'm in Whole Foods at the salad bar and nobody's looking and I'm at the hard-boiled egg area, I take the little tongs they give you, and I cut the egg in half with the tongs in the tray, and then I squeeze out the yolk and I leave it in there, and then I put the whites in my salad. So when I leave that area, there's a whole bunch of yolks and smashed up stuff in the tray. I hate the yolks.
I don't know if that's embarrassing or just weird.
Yeah,
I don't know what to think of that. Yeah.
Is that wrong? Is it wrong? I'm almost like, if they had chopped it up, then we don't have this problem.
Yeah, right. It feels slightly like vandalism in a way.
It does, right?
Yeah,
a little bit. It's not permanent vandalism. It's not like I'm graffiti.
Do you mess with any other ingredients? Are you
no, that's it.
Stacking the ham cubes or anything?
That's the only one I mess with is the hard-boiled egg.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the hard-boiled egg.
Okay. I like it.
Don't like it.
Horrible.
Chop it up. Anyone from Whole Foods is listening, chop it up.
Like, who eats hard-boiled eggs?
In your salad. A lot of people eat hard-boiled eggs in their salad.
If you're from a Dr. Seuss novel, yes, you eat hard-boiled eggs. Green eggs. Are they green hard-boiled eggs, Josh?
First of all, Dr. Seuss does not talk about salads nor salad bars. So the analogy doesn't work.
Lorax does.
Yeah.
It's actually a Lorax salad, by the way.
That's all right. Lorax salad, I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. Well, good that you're doing all right. Sorry about the Eagles again. I don't know why I keep bringing it up. I just keep thinking Eagles. It's just Eagles. It's just, I can't get out of my head.
Don't.
All right. I'll stop. But I can now flip it over to my other host, Omar. Omar, your Baltimore Ravens are the number 1 seed.
Yes.
In the AFC. Feeling pretty good. How are you doing this week?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of the audience even cares about the Ravens. I'm not going to even spend any time on that because I'm thinking about what our listeners want to listen to.
Oh, wow.
Considering that Josh talking about him breaking egg yolks.
Yeah, much more.
I think there's going to be other people in the audience that do that are saying, "Oh my God, I do that too," and I have never told anyone.
I'm guessing no one does.
I bet you $100 that nobody sent you that email.
All right, we'll find out when Dave announces the email address. Everyone take note that does that.
Yeah. So guys, just very quickly, I mean, because I've had maybe my favorite $1 million idea.
Ooh.
Let's hear it.
Is this better than No Sweewo, which we learned about on episode 60?
Apparently, from asking people like this one even better than No Sweewo.
Okay, let's hear it.
All right.
And this is not a topic. This is just something you're laying on us right now.
Well, I was debating whether to bring it up as a topic or. You know what? Actually, I'll save it for my topic.
What a tease! That's what we call a tease in the industry.
It's a tease. So, I wanted to also ask you guys. Can you guys say jokes? Like, if somebody says to you, say something funny. Do you have jokes that you go to?
No, that's
like go-to jokes or
like
what's the question?
Does anyone know a joke? And I know.
No,
I cannot remember jokes to save my life. No,
I know jokes, but telling jokes. Like,
so I have I heard this the other day. I was with my friend and my godfather, and we were like trying to say some funny things. And my friend's brother had a great joke just off the top of his head, and I wanted to share it with you guys.
Hit us.
All right, go.
What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh boy. Let me think.
I have an answer, but I don't want to say it.
You do?
Well, yes, but
I don't have an answer.
Are you ready?
I feel like I want to email it to you, so if I'm right, I could be right, but I don't want to say it.
Ready?
Yeah.
A lickalotopus.
Oh, jeez.
It's pretty good, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have one healthcare joke that because I work in
Obamacare, is that your joke?
That's good. Yeah.
Obamacare's website?
Yeah. No, this one is, and so I can only think of one. I actually have a Google Doc that I started writing jokes so that,
originals?
No.
Oh,
it's ones I hear that I think that's funny if I'm ever in a situation where someone tells a joke.
Yeah.
I want to be able to respond, and so I can look at my phone. But I have one.
Okay.
Guy goes to I got to think about this for a second. Guy goes to the doctor and says, "You don't have very long to live." And he said, "How long is it?" And he said, 5. He's like, 5 what? 5 months? 5 days? He's like, 4, 3, 2.
I heard that one. Yeah.
That's the only one I have, but it's in the healthcare space, and it kills when I'm, I got to prep for it, but
yeah, I'm sure you get some response for that.
That's why we don't do.
Can I have you guys describe me or someone in your lives with the following line? Ready? When you're describing me to somebody.
Go ahead.
He'd make a wonderful main character for a short story, but I wouldn't put up with him for an entire novel.
Oh, that's good.
That's good, right?
Intro. Yeah, that's good.
Our lives are chapters.
Yeah.
Right? And some people in your life are one chapter or two.
Yeah.
And some are in a lot. That's you're married to them, you work with them, you do pods with them.
Family.
Right. Family. I would argue that if any of us left our industry positions, we would still continue doing this podcast. I would argue
of course.
This podcast is indeed not only stronger than a professional career, but dare I say, marriage.
Marriage.
Yeah, the institution of marriage. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's quite the commitment.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know if I'm with you, but that's So wait, what was the initial question? You want someone to be able to describe that about you?
Describe about him. Although that's really sounds like an insult to me. More so.
That's why I like it. It's like saying to someone, "You've been chased by wisdom for so many years and have always been able to outpace it."
Not how I interpret that. Yeah, you interpret it very, very differently than I did. Mine is here's how I interpret it. Nice guy, I can only handle him in small doses.
Right.
That's why it's so funny, right?
Yeah. But your interpretation was nothing like that.
Yeah, maybe there's some holes there.
Do you ever hear like a city, like I love to go on vacation, but I never want to live there? I think that's the human form of that expression.
That's the human form, exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Where I spent a week with him one night.
Yeah, and so you're that city.
I've
Omar,
never heard that before, actually. I like that.
You're the
city. Yeah, that one hit a little late for you.
All
right, Dave, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know if I have a really witty intro. Other than I would say, Omar sent me a very nice text this week because my Packers were winning and did beat the Cowboys. And Omar complimented me because he asked me if I was watching it live. Because I think over and over on this podcast, I've talked about that I won't want to watch it live because of the stress. And I got to tell you, if the expectations were high, there's a good chance I could have tape delayed the thing and watch it after they won. But I'm on what we call house money right now because the Packers weren't expected to be here. So I watched it, and thank goodness I did because it was a glorious, wonderful time.
Imagine had you taped that, already knew they won, and it would not have been nearly the thrill of watching it live and not comprehending how amazing that upset was.
You're right. And I am going to watch them today.
That's the thrill of sports.
The highs are higher, right?
That's right.
I got to experience that.
That's right.
So I am going to continue with that, but who knows what next year.
Good to hear.
So I'm doing good. And other than, man, it is cold here. I don't know if it's cold.
Freezing here too.
I am ready for.
I hate it.
So let's hope the podcast brings some warmth into your lives.
There we go.
And but first, let's get some logistics out of the way. So in case you didn't realize, we're a podcast called FTS, Friends Talking Shop, and there's lots of ways to find more about us. One obviously is to download the podcast and laugh.
Wait,
listen.
hold on a second. This is so rehearsed. Just so everyone knows,
Josh spent
my head 15 minutes making sure that Dave says the 17 different things he has to say.
2 minutes, and we're very proud of what we built, some of which is new, like our Instagram account is brand new, and I want people to find it because we spent a lot of time on it, and it's really cool, and we got some cool clips on there.
Plus, I find it somewhat ironic that you're saying this, someone who tells us about their current endeavor over and over and over again. Yeah. So anyway, not that I don't want to hear it. Anyway, so let's skip to the.
Tell them how to find us, Dave.
Yes, right. So you can listen to us as you are doing now. You can email us. We have an email address, friends@fts.media. And although it does take some time to read emails and to sort them and think about them, we do have capacity to receive some more emails. So please feel free to email us.
We have some open lines.
Say hello, question, whatever. We also have a website that has some wonderful things on there, things we've talked about, videos and pictures, things like that. That's website is friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. That's all one word, friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. But new is something that Josh particularly has really been working hard at. is we have an Instagram that we'd love for you to subscribe to, and that is at Friends Talking Shop. Lots on there. In fact, if you listen to the podcast and you're like, that clip's hilarious, I should show this to a friend, but you don't want to have to go back to your podcast, guess what? Josh has made the effort to put those clips on there so you can share it with your friends and family, your health providers.
We're putting the what we will call the best moments from our Friends Talking Shop history out there, and we're putting them out on a few days at a time. And it's really cool stuff, some extra photos and things like that. There's some clips of my appearance on Price is Right. So we're going to put all that stuff out on Instagram. So definitely check us out and follow us. That'd be great.
That's right. Thank you for stepping
up. And YouTube,
up.
Dave. And YouTube.
Yep. Oh, yep. Thanks again for stepping over my time.
I've been putting in work too.
You have. You're definitely putting in work.
Yeah, it's and you got your mic set pretty quick. That's commendable.
That
yes, we have a YouTube. I think
step.
if you search FTS Friends Talking Shop,
yes,
we're on YouTube as well. So lots of ways to connect with us. We have big plans, folks. We're going to the moon, and we'd love to have you join us. So just to give you just a glimpse, we crossed.
Wait. Hold on a second. Again,
so close to this data point.
Yeah, but when you're saying these reaches that are for the metaphors, there's plenty of ships that have gone to the moon and blown up.
No, they haven't.
Well, I didn't say.
You remember that?
Well, you're talking about the space shuttle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it though. I mean, there hasn't been really much beyond that.
Yeah, we're not a SpaceX rocket.
Space. Yeah, it's all metaphorical.
We're going to the moon.
Okay.
Not really. We're not really doing it.
But we do. What I was going to say is that we have, for the first time, crossed over 50,000 downloads.
Yeah.
So thank you to everyone who listens. We appreciate you joining time with us, and we enjoy entertaining you. So thank you, and we want to continue to get better and better, and so you're going to see lots more stuff from us if you're interested. So anyway.
Subscribe and like and follow all of it, please.
What is it? Pound the subscribe.
Yeah, smash that like and subscribe button. I don't know what the hell they say.
Yeah, there's
smash something that has our name.
Pound something else. Yeah, Passion's pound.
And maybe soon to be some merch. Maybe soon to be some merch. We're going to tease that a little bit. That's possible.
Okay. All right.
Some FTS merch for our listeners.
Very cool. Okay. So let's get into the podcast. The podcast itself is each week we come together with a topic that we haven't discussed before, and we're going to do that now. And Omar, since you've already teased your $1 million idea, I hope you've patented it because up to 50,000 people may be listening to this right now. So you're taking a risk. But why don't you go first with your topic? I waited for you to.
I think I go first like once every 9 to 17 times. No.
Well, there's a reason for that too, by the way, Omar. It's also because half the time you're not even at your microphone, and so they possibly throw it to you because you're picking up a pizza or you're taking a call or you're doing something in the middle of our show. So you're making it a little bit difficult for him to throw you the first pitch here.
That's fair. Yeah. All right, so I have what I think is this can be a multi-million-dollar idea. All right, so you guys know Aspen, the place Aspen people go to for vacation and
Sure. We're familiar.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place and it's fairly hoity-toity, right?
Yes.
Certainly it's become more and more. You guys know St. Bart's?
Yes.
We're familiar with the island.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, a French island in the Caribbean. Similar kind of demographic, right?
Yeah.
Now, there is a certain type of demographic who actually goes to both of those places, right? It's not uncommon.
That'd be you.
It's like, well, I have been to both. This is true. So I was thinking, is there a way to have a brand around this that shows the world that you're one of those people, right? But in a self-effacing way. Josh, Dave, do you know what self-effacing means?
Yes, we're familiar with self-effacing.
I do, yes.
So you want to tell people, hey, I'm a rich asshole.
But I know it.
And yes.
But in a self-effacing way. Ready for the name of the brand?
Yes.
Ass Barts.
What?
Asparts. It's super high end. Okay. Hats, hoodies, towels, throws. Asparts. Say it, Josh.
Asparts.
Josh. Yes, say it.
Asparts. I think it's not Asparts. It's Asparts.
No,
like
Aspen. No. Asparts.
ASSBARTS.
No. AS, but it's pronounced. You know, I met someone whose name was Lauren. She insisted everybody call her Loren. I stopped talking to her after 5 minutes.
I bet she goes to Asparts.
But like, what do you think? Like, this is a great idea.
It's
great. It's either that or Saint Ass.
It's tricky.
Right? Tricky. But I love Asparts.
First of all, your target audience, you need people who go to both Aspen and St. Bart's.
No. Are you kidding me? You know people who are overweight and don't work out wear Lululemon? That's all nonsense.
I understand that. I get it. It's a good point.
Wait.
Good point. It's a fair
point. Ready? This is aspirational. David, you get that?
I do. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah. But there's something to this, guys. And listen, why doesn't let's have more audacity in our older age. Right? Like, let's do it.
Yeah. Do you want to sell these items in Aspen and in St. Bart's? Is that where predominantly people are going to buy them?
Yeah, like other like boutiques, right? Like Mr. Porter or other like high-end apps. You know,
Would you sell it at Walmart? Would you sell it at Walmart?
Well, I think maybe our like more proletarian line will be called St. App.
So, wait. Right? The hook here is you want people to wear it and like it show off that I'm rich, which there are probably 1,000 other brands that do the same thing.
No.
I get what he's trying to do. I'm really wondering whether people will do it.
But what I guess I'm missing, so like Rolex, right, as an example, right? It's Rolex, but it's selfie-facing Rolex. It's like
he wants so good because it's like a humble brag, right?
Right. That's what he wants.
What we want. You guys are investing in this with me.
I'm not investing in Asparts. I'm sorry. He wants people to go. Instead of wearing the polo shirt and the Rolex, now they're just doing it in like a tongue-in-cheek way, right? That's what you're saying? So I wear the Asparts shirt and hat.
But is it expensive?
Asparts is
very expensive.
Asparts is very, very high-end. St. Ass, a little bit lower end, right?
St. Ass is lower. Okay, all right. Do you think people who don't go to those locations will wear them ironically? Will wear the clothing ironically?
Again.
Maybe.
Lululemon. Not the location's the point, right?
Like, what are those fancy jackets? Rosengale or Montclair?
I have no idea.
Montclair.
Never heard of either.
You guys don't know Montclair?
I've never heard of Montclair.
I don't want to get into this line of questioning. Yeah, a Montclair. It's
a high-end, a very high-end skiing jacket.
Okay.
Plenty of people wear Montclair. It's also an area global around the world. I'm not sure where it is.
How would I hear of that?
But how does this become tongue in cheek? Like when you wear an expensive item that has that label, how does that express?
Because the name. Oh, you're wearing Asparts? The name. When you say Asparts, it's preposterous.
It is, but what you need is a slogan. You need like I'm a real Aspart. That's what it has to say on the shirt or something. I
love it in the Asparts.
Oh, that's funny.
That's great.
That's good. I take back everything I was thinking about your idea until you said that.
Brought it around. Yeah.
That's a shirt. That is a shirt.
So you are,
Yeah, I take it all back.
Spoiled and tongue in cheek, but you're also now offensive.
No, it's not. Listen, there's so many. There's Aspen hats. I say Aspen or St. Bart's and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I think this is better.
You're making fun of that. You're making fun of those hats. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a really tough marketing spin. I get it. It's clever, but it's real hard to convey that that's what you're doing.
You want to know what I'm going to do? If I ever make it, I'm going to launch an Instagram targeted ad with Asparts. And I bet you that we will get people. Now the question I have for you guys is, because we all know that the brand makes total sense, right?
Well,
that's a given.
I don't know if total is the word.
What are the 3 highest probability products that will be great for Asparts? I think is it one like a baseball cap? Is it a T-shirt? Is it like a hat? Is it a hoodie? A hoodie for sure.
A hoodie, T-shirt.
Yep.
Yeah. Hat, I don't know. You can't get enough on a hat that would convey that, but maybe.
The logo, by the way, palm trees with the ocean and then snow-capped covered mountains.
Yeah, but that seems...
Or the 2 airports, which if you know about Aspen and St. Bart's, which they have very, very small airports.
Yeah, but that's hard. That's hard to portray in a picture. The airport's small. Now,
here's what you do. Have to have some kind of expression of the tongue-in-cheek part, like
you have someone
flipping you off or something. Or like,
here's your logo. Your logo is a skier on a snow-covered beach with the ocean behind them. That's your logo.
And money is just flowing out of their pockets, like needlessly. It's
that's not bad, Joshy. I like the idea.
It's very good. It's very good
of the skier skiing on sand.
Well, snow-covered beach, but with the waves behind them.
What exactly does a snow-covered beach look like?
It looks like there's instead of the beach with sand, picture like snow, and then there's waves that come into the snow, not sand.
Oh, so it's just okay.
Replace the sand with snow.
Got it.
And now you have a skier in a ski hat with a tank top bathing suit. What do you think of that? With mittens on. Complete.
Asparts.
Yeah, Asparts.
I love it in the Asparts.
I think it's hilarious.
You will
that
too.
Line hooked me. That line, yeah, you will too. That line hooked me. You had me completely lost and off the wagon until you hit that line. I went, that's your hook.
Is this a $10 million business, David? David, would you invest?
No, I'm out.
This will make you hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
Asparts.
I'm not seeing it.
Not bad.
I'm still waiting for it. I can see I want to make a high-end item that's referring to these 2 places. I get that. I don't think it's a great idea.
It's
but
very
I get
niche.
That. The tongue-in-cheek still, you're missing something there. I don't know. It's the commercial or,
Asparts plates.
Plates? No plates.
Aspart cups. Plates. I love it in the Asparts.
Yeah. I like the shirt and hoodie idea. That's your go-to.
Yeah, start with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I would start with that.
You guys never have business ideas. They're always just.
I have nothing but business. I have business ideas constantly.
Yeah, you used to.
Yeah, I have great business ideas.
That's good. Business idea you had was the temporary tattoos.
Correct. How about my Dow Jones Deli?
That was 7 years ago, Josh.
Dow Jones Deli. 30 items on the menu. The price fluctuates with the corresponding underlying stock. So you can go, your corned beef sandwich changes every single day based on what Google does.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You can buy futures in
sandwiches.
That. That's a great idea. It's a novelty restaurant idea.
Yeah. I would invest in this idea.
Thank you.
That one's got some.
Wait a second. Hold on, David.
Thank you.
So you would invest into Dow Jones Deli, but not in Asparts.
It's a clear. I understand how this.
He gets it.
I'm telling you, I'm a skeptic. I'm not understanding your tongue-in-cheek part. How does that?
And this is why, David, what we're talking about here ultimately is a word that you are unaware of, except with your balance sheet, leverage, right?
Yeah.
So the Dow Jones Deli can only make on a good day $5,000 in profit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends. If the stock market's up, you're paying extra for your pastrami.
Can he franchise the restaurant too?
Yeah, you can franchise it. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll put it near the SIBO. We'll put it near, obviously the New York Stock Exchange. We'll put it in all major financial towns.
Aspen, St. Bart's. These people.
No, Asparts will be global.
Well, stranger things have happened.
That's true. That's true. No one's done it. I'll give you creativity. I'll
invest a little bit in it. Okay, you've got me. I'll invest.
I'll kick in $20-$30.
Okay. Well, look, we are putting together a logo.
But I want a royalty. I want a royalty of 25 cents per hoodie until I recoup my $30.
Okay. I think that's reasonable.
That is reasonable.
But these are things that can be done, guys. Let's dream a little bit. Let's aspire. Dare to dream.
That's what I do every day. I do it every day. Every day I aspire.
What can I ask? What created this? This
he was
idea?
Just in St. Bart's. He was just.
I was in St. Bart's.
Yeah, but there must be more. Yeah, well, I got that, but
No, I was thinking about Aspen. I'm usually there.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah.
And then I realized that a lot of people go back and forth, depending on the weather.
Yep.
Right.
And then it got me thinking about, well, how can you tie those two things in together? And I came up with it. I came with that at St. Ass, which is
it's very good. It's a very small targeted market. Your TM is very small.
Joshy, but that's the thing. It's aspirational.
It is. I'll give you that.
No, Josh, get it? Aspirational.
No, I know.
No, Josh. Do you get it?
I knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're dropping.
We can have very tongue-in-cheek Instagram clips about the brand.
Yeah, no question. You could have. That's where you could do your marketing is over the top branding where it's clearly you're making fun.
Yeah.
No
but
question.
Again, Asparts is very high end.
Yeah, I hear you.
Would you do a Super Bowl commercial to kind of launch this thing? I guess that would be.
No,
I don't think the Super Bowl target is. That's not your audience.
No. Our demographic is elves, right? Entitled little fucks.
Oh, there you go.
Right. And then their parents.
Did you say elves?
Yeah,
elves.
He did.
Entitled little fucks, elves.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he did. I would put it as ads in between Young and the Restless commercials.
No.
No, that's not the audience.
No.
Yeah, soap opera.
Like in I guess Succession doesn't have commercials, but like
Succession doesn't have commercials.
That sort of thing. Well,
Asparts.
All right.
Find the Asparts in you.
I'm waiting for one of these ideas to be launched. Although you've been fairly aggressive in launching new things, so I shouldn't put it past you.
He has been.
Yeah.
We'll do
and
it.
we launched this podcast. That was an idea.
Right.
Yep.
It's
hey guys,
idea.
Can I just have one quick
idea.
non sequitur before you go into one of your topics?
That's
please?
all you do, my friend. We would expect nothing
I just wanted
less.
to get your thoughts on this, and I struggle with it. Even today, I was thinking about it, and
Go ahead.
is it we occasionally have events and such things like that. Is it impossible anymore to have a bearded lady at any kind of event?
At an industry event?
Well, like we have a circus themed event coming up in a few weeks.
Yeah. You want to put a bearded lady there?
I want to have. We have. Yeah.
My initial
That's
answer is don't do that.
Great question. Wait a minute. Wait. I think we need to explore this for a second. So she is marketing herself, right? It's not like you saw someone like, hey, would you like to come to my event? And then like, hey, that would be terrible. So this is a marketed bearded lady.
You can hire a bearded lady for
Correct.
events.
First of all, does that exist?
Yes.
Of course it exists.
Okay. So that
100%.
Is that offensive for
not in Bulgaria.
Wait. Wait.
I apologize to all our Bulgarian listeners.
Right.
This is a circus themed event. So
so that's good. Then you should have a bearded lady. That's fair. Fair. Bearded
how
lady's
comfortable would you be at this event that she's walking around?
What
does she do? She just walks around and you have conversation, but
she's probably drinking a Budweiser.
Oh man.
It's really not anything that you can partake in. You can't partake in a bearded lady like you can in like some sort of show or something.
What?
Well, it's like the bearded lady's there. What do? You just point. You point and go, "There's a bearded lady." That's it.
Yeah, but
that's all
rude.
that it does.
Right.
Now, if you had her juggling, if she juggles, a bearded lady juggler.
We do have jugglers there actually.
Yeah, but are they bearded ladies?
No.
That would be something.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
But if she's working the bar or is hanging out,
there you go.
passing out hors d'oeuvres.
There you go. Let the bearded lady bartend. Now it's not someone just standing there.
I see.
Yes, that would be clever. Great call, Dave.
So then at least it's there, but it's not. She's not there doing nothing. Then I would feel like that's so awkward. But if she had something to do. But, man.
Wait. How about if the bearded lady had an Asparts?
No.
That's your demographic right there.
No.
Hairy ladies.
So
I guess, is it, you're saying yes with the bearded lady?
I'm saying get the bearded lady to do something, that adds to the whole thing other than just stand there and be bearded. And then it's a go.
I'd find it uncomfortable. I'd be so scared to make this woman feel bad that I would just avoid.
She knows she's a bearded lady, Dave. She markets herself that way. That's how she makes her living.
I know, but
nothing to feel bad about.
That's a tough one for me.
Yeah, but I think it's fine.
I would have 2 bartenders then, Omar, if in case I'm going.
A bearded lady and a bearded man.
I'll go there. Or how about a non-bearded man? A bearded lady and a non-bearded man.
And a clean-shaven man?
Yeah. Can you do that?
I love it. Great call.
I'm going to go on my topic next. So this one is a little bit of a bigger issue. It's not silly necessarily, but certainly we can take it that direction. Okay. So this week I was asked to participate in something. I'll just leave it open-ended.
Okay. All right.
And I have a sense that if I'm asked to do something, my immediate answer is yes, because I was asked to do it. Right?
Is this work related? Can you say that or no?
Yeah, I guess it would be professional, related. It's not just like, hey, would you help me move? Or, it's not a favor. It's not. It would be something that could be potentially like that you could put on a resume or on a bio.
Got it. Okay.
So, I look at it and immediate my reaction is yes, because that's what I do. It just, I'm being asked and that's what, but then I think of it like I have a lot of things going on at the moment and I think maybe this is not the right time to do it. And as I'm kind of struggling through it, this is something that I find a lot of people struggle with is the ability to just say no. Even though you don't, have a specific reason, you're just like, I'm for this particular reason, I'm probably going to say yes, but struggling with the idea of saying no is something it instantly sort of came to mind as I'm trying to work on and improve myself, is that being able to say no is a skill. It's healthy.
Yes.
It's something I think more and more. I've seen a lot of, New Year's resolutions is around that idea of like, hey, I need to care for myself. I need to say no more often. How do you guys say no?
You said no to Asparts about 5 minutes ago.
He did say no to that.
Bad idea.
He had no problems with that. Dave, listen, I love to say no, and I want to always say no. When you ever see that?
You're very good at it, Josh. You're very good at it.
And there's a commercial. It's hilarious because the commercial was like, I can't remember what it was for, but like it starts off with like, you want to be invited to the party, but you also want to say can't attend. That's like, I can't remember what it's very clever because that's exactly me and my wife. It's like we get invited to stuff and I go immediately, she goes, oh, look at this. We're invited. And I immediately go, oh shit. Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to most of this stuff I'm invited to.
But you want to be invited.
But I want to be invited. Yeah, that's exactly right. But I want to have an excuse not to go.
Yeah.
So that's your dilemma. Now, what you can do is one of two things. The beauty is you have a family, right?
I do.
Okay. Yeah. So there's always something going on, theoretically, that's the reason you can't attend. It's my cousin's whatever. It's my grandmother's this. It's my aunt's this. It's my kid's this. No one questions that stuff.
Okay. So you come
that's
up
it.
with your way of saying no.
Yeah, I always come up with something that's uncheckable and also very realistic.
Okay.
Example, please.
Let's see. If there was I don't want to say anything.
Colonoscopy, has that ever been used?
Oh, hold on. I'm going to stop the press because Dave, when we asked you how you were doing, initially, I wanted to hear about your colonoscopy because you had a colonoscopy. So you want to address that after we flush this out? No pun intended. Or is there something you need to tell us right now with the colonoscopy?
I can address it now very quick. I was tempted to tell you no, I don't want to talk about it. And there I've answered my own question. I'm going to say no.
There you go. You said no.
But
because if people remember episode 13, I had quite the ordeal with my first colonoscopy. It did not go well at all. Yeah. So I'm wondering how you handled things.
Josh's stairs have still not recovered.
The carpet was changed.
It was not on the carpet, it was on the tile, but yes, that is true.
Some tiles are never quite cleaned.
Well, you know how some houses you can't sell because someone died in the house?
Yes,
this is now Josh's house. That happened there.
That's right.
My story is, well, as they say, the worst part about a colonoscopy is the prep, as you've proven. Yeah. And that was no fun. But mine, as easily as possible, Josh.
Not what I want to hear. Not what I want to hear.
I have internal body control. That is, I guess I'm more aware of it because hearing your story, but, I was doing I was on a different podcast, and
while you were prepping?
Yes, and I was able to make
me?
Yes, I made through like an hour and a half.
You're a bold man.
I have, my insides can hold it together. So, and then what is also amazing about this, so anyone who is scared to get one, let me just say it is the least difficult thing to do outside of maybe
the prep.
Prep. You get in there and you get wheeled on a bed, which I found really fun. It's like a little ride
nice.
when you're on a bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they put you under, I remember them saying you might feel a little like metallic in your mouth.
Yeah.
When the anesthesia goes through, right? The next thing I knew, I was awake.
Yeah,
I mean, it was.
Amazing.
I don't remember going
Me
under.
too, by the way. Me too.
Right?
It's a time travel.
It is a time travel.
Yeah, it's a time travel.
I think.
Again, this is something I've said to my first dates before too. This is interesting how there's such parallels there.
Yeah, sure. That's
how
their
they're
experience.
and they wake up. Yeah,
they wake up. That's right.
Is that what your dates say? The hardest part is the prep.
That's the prep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't even remember like sort of I'm falling asleep. I feel like I was there and then I was here. And
it's wild.
It's sort of like the end of The Sopranos. Spoilers, like when it just cuts to black. That's sort of, and it's over.
Yeah.
So
it's over. It's done.
I had a couple things to take care of. It's all healthy and good. So I'm sorry I don't have a really funny story. But
disappointing. Yeah. But anyway, so saying no, I think is just a matter of coming up with something plausible, and then that no one's going to either fact check or push back on, and then you're in the clear.
So here's the thing about that, and while you're chewing, Omar, is that you don't get to the heart of being able to say no by having a good decision process of saying I'm going to say yes to things that are good and healthy and that I want to do, and saying no to things that I don't. And by using an excuse, you're not developing that muscle, I think, right?
Yeah, but who cares? It's not really a muscle you need, and I think it's a win-win too, because like I've been asked to do stuff professionally, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I just say, I don't just say, no, I don't want to do this. I feel that would be really horrible response. I say, listen, I'm doing something else or I'm out of town at that time. And that's perfect. They don't check on it. They don't push back. And then it's a win-win.
I have a potentially way that you guys can act this. So, you guys should have your own personal advisory committee. And that way you can
decisions?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I talked to my advisory committee about it and they said I couldn't do it.
That's not half bad.
Not bad.
Obviously
that's
it wouldn't
not bad.
be call it a committee, but
you blame it on something else.
Or a wife.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, you have a life coach, Dave, which we learned. So maybe your life coach say, look, this is not conducive.
Yes, that's exactly what I talked about.
Is that what you got to know?
Wonderful. I love it because I found, like, I have friends I can talk to, about my issues, but I find with friends that are really irritating is I have problems, but they have problems, and they want me to hear about their problems. And
Imagine
I want to talk about my problems. So life coaches are a one-way street of my problems and nothing coming back, right?
That's true. The second a life starts telling you their problems, that's when you probably should fire that life coach.
It's over. Yeah, it's actually fantastic. It's and actually I brought this topic up because of this very topic I talked about just recently and I think there's something to it. There needs to be a process of decision making that you go through, and if the answer is no, then the answer is just no, and it should be no excuse or anything else. It's just thank you, I'm going to pass. Boom, that's it.
Yeah, the problem with that is that I find when I do that, and I have done that, they always want to know, can you give us some insight as to why?
Yeah.
And then you have to start, it's like, I watch a show called Married at First Sight, right?
Yeah.
And it's exactly what you think it is. It's two people who are literally meeting for the first time at the altar who've been set up by experts. And there's one couple on this season, and the one dude is clearly not into her. He's not. But he also doesn't want to say that.
Yeah.
They keep pressing him, like, why aren't you advancing this relationship? Why isn't there any intimacy? Why aren't you, exploring X, Y, and Z? And he's just cycling through in his answers of just plain nondescript answers. And in the whole time, Me, the viewer sitting there, I'm just going, he's not into her. He's not into her. And that's the bottom line. That's why he's not exerting effort. But that hurts to say, and that hurts to hear. So that's why people do it.
But I guess you soften the blow.
Right.
That's true. But then sometimes you'll end up saying yes if you can't find that good excuse, right? Because then you're relying on, like, I think you have to have the ability to just say, I've thought about it, given my time and everything. I think right now the answer is no. Like this, and boom, that's it. It just.
But it's not it. That's the problem. You just open it up. If you look, I understand what you're saying, that you want to be honest, you want to be upfront, you want to tell them, look, I just don't have interest in this. You can go that route, but society tells us that we need to lie in order to make each other feel better. And we lie for a reason. Everyone lies for a reason.
Well,
sometimes they're good reasons. Sometimes they're good reasons.
Let's look at this from a different perspective, okay? So, like, one of my things is I no longer go out after, like, 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. ever. Like, after 9 p.m., I have nothing to say to any of you guys. I don't want to see you guys. I don't want to have a drink at the bar. There's nothing for me to talk to any of you guys about. If I'm on a date, different question.
Yeah.
That's based on data points, right? It's like the Chris Rock line. If you're ever going to an ATM after midnight, it's not good if it's not for
It's not. That's right. That's
right.
Good, yeah.
These are based on data points, right? So along those lines, how many times, David, have you said yes to something that you wish that you said no to before, but when you actually go to the thing, you're like, I'm really happy I went to this.
Interesting angle.
Well, I've not kept score. I'm sure there are times that has happened. I can think of one in particular. It's a professional thing. This podcast. But I think with, some of those when I was younger and now that I feel like I more understand myself and I kind of know the things I want to do and I want to say no to the things I don't want to do. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. But I find myself, Josh, like you, is either not saying no to disappoint somebody else.
That's right.
Or, finding an elaborate sort of process to say no. And we've got to develop our ability to just say, thank you, but the answer is no. And when people do it to me, I find I don't get as upset. But
all right. Okay.
So, but it sounds like you make Omar, so tell me on yours.
Let me ask you something, Dave. Hold on a second before you do that. Let's say you're going to throw a big party. All right? Okay? You're going to throw a big party for whatever reason. Maybe it's a big birthday. Maybe it's a wedding. Maybe it's a shower of some sort. And you send out the invitations. And people come back and say, I can't come because I don't want to. How does that feel?
All right. That's a good question. Because on one hand, if someone said that to me, then I would be like, you know what? There's my relationship with that person. It's not what I thought. It's good information, frankly. But it would hurt.
I disagree with that. There was a party. I won't say what it is because I don't want to get myself in trouble. We were invited to a party for a person that I like very much, by the way. I think this person's great. Not amazing friends with them, but when I see them, they're very pleasant. I engage in conversation, but I don't text them offhand. I don't talk to them outside of just bumping into them and seeing them. But I didn't want to go to the party. I just didn't want to go. I'd rather just do something else, right? But that doesn't mean I don't like them. That doesn't mean the relationship's not. I still like that person very much, enjoy their company when I'm in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to go out and be brutally, hurt someone's feelings, certainly. But I think the danger in all of that is that uncomfortableness makes you say yes to things more often than not than you want to. And
if you have not developed a really good white lie mentality, you need the muscle you need to flex is a good, solid white lie mentality.
You got to go a load of excuses.
Yeah, and that's my new book that's coming out called Lies, and the Lies We Tell to Protect Each Other. So I'm still workshopping the title, but you get the idea.
Omar, I mean, do you feel like you're on the other end of the spectrum? Do you say just outright no to things that you don't?
No, I hardly ever say no. I'm always overcommitted.
Really?
I feel like I have to apologize for just existing. I'm always surprised anybody wants anything from me. So when they actually ask me for something, I feel like I have to say yes.
Oh, so you are, yeah. Well, then we're in the same boat. Actually, maybe Josh, you're in a better spot. At least
I'm a terrible negotiator. I literally negotiate against myself, like all the time. I'm like, oh, why don't you pay less? No, actually, you want to know what you're having? Why don't you pay less? Happens all the time.
Yeah, not a good quality.
All right. Well, I think this idea of an advisory committee, but it's not an advisory committee.
Your advisory committee, David, is your Tony Robbins guy? Is your life coach?
You have a life coach now, and everyone knows it.
Wait, Josh. What's the frequency with which you can text this life coach?
Oh,
I don't have a life coach.
No, I'm saying for David.
For me, so the process right now, which is really pretty cool, is I have a Google Doc called Brain Dump, and like through the week as stuff comes up, I just throw it on there, and then we discuss it when I get to it. And I'm telling you,
are Josh and I in that?
Yeah, we're on it. We're on it.
You're a whole section.
We're definitely on it.
So anyway, I'll let you know how it goes because I have a decision to make, and I hated the fact that I was like, I'm going to say yes, even though there are a list of pros and cons here, just because I was asked.
Just lie. Society tells us to lie. That's how we function as a society, is lying to each other.
Okay. Well,
in a kind way.
Wait, is this everyone coming to Austin?
It is. And hosting a panel.
Everyone, just our listeners, we're having a little something in Austin in a few months. So
that's funny.
And apparently my daughter's getting married. So I might not be able to make it.
Oh, is that something you said yes to that you wish you said no when you were asked for her hand in marriage?
Look, I don't want to. I should have said, listen, can you delay this thing? Because I need an excuse. I need to draw this thing out as long as possible.
Josh and I are both more than happy to be part of your advisory committee.
All right.
Correct.
All right.
Yes. We are part of his advisory committee. We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. Right.
Yeah.
We need to formalize it is basically what I'm getting.
If you want to give me a brain dump.
It's formalized. It's on Spotify.
and really, honestly, your brain dump is also part of your dump is done in this. We're kind of your bathroom, right?
That's right.
It's this podcast.
We are his sentient toilet for a callback to
your toilet.
Previous episode.
You're my advice toilet. Yep. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. More to come on that. Josh, let's bring it home. What's your topic this week?
Yeah, so listen, it's sports related, but it's not going to be sports. So just people, when they start hearing me talking about football, don't turn the dial or shy away or turn us off. But so I have had season tickets to the Philadelphia Eagles for 20 plus years. Would go no matter what the game, no matter what the weather, just was always there, right? And I find myself as I'm getting older that it's just becoming a little bit more, still a huge fan, but it's becoming a little bit more of an aggravation, especially when the weather is not cooperative. And, we had a game where it was pouring. It was pouring, and we knew that from the forecast it was going to pour the whole game.
You mentioned this on our previous podcast, right?
Yeah, I think I did, but I talked to my buddy and said, look, no, I'm not sitting.
By the way, Dave, you know why I did that? Josh always does that shit. It's podcast number 7 at 22 minutes and 13 seconds.
I do.
Oh, you consider this podcast number 17 at 18 minutes and 32 seconds.
That's a little excessive. I don't know the actual time or episode number, but yes, it's a fair point, Omar. But I'm doing it to set it up, not to repeat my point, but to set it up for my new point. Mm-hmm. And that is, if I'm sure you both watched the playoffs last weekend, and we saw that Kansas City-Miami game. Okay, so Miami Dolphins were playing the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, and it was, what was it? It was minus 24 degrees on the field. Minus 24 degrees on the field.
I think that was wind chill.
Wind chill. Yeah. Right. So it was minus something. It doesn't matter. It's minus something. It's ridiculously cold.
Right.
And so there's two things about this when I was watching the game. The first is, I just can't believe anyone's sitting out in that.
Yes.
I've sat out in cold weather before.
What's the coldest, games. Josh? What's the coldest that you've been in?
Oof, I've sat out in snow. In cold snow in probably 10 degrees, 11
Wait, hold on. Dave, you hear that? Cold snow versus warm snow. Okay, go on.
Right. Warm snow is great.
There is such a difference. I actually agree with that.
Warm snow is amazing. That would be the snow the dogs
what was it? Was it minus 5 degrees?
No. Nothing even close.
Never like that in Philadelphia.
No. I would say the coldest, if I remember, teens probably.
Well, can I add something to this? I just looked up this article because I don't know if you heard this, but During the game, Kansas City Fire Department transported 15 individuals to area hospitals.
You're stealing my thunder. It's exactly
Sorry.
right. No.
Just cut it out. Cut it out.
No, you're.
You can edit.
But that's exactly my point. So that's exactly what happened. So 15 people were hospitalized.
Yep.
And dozens more got hypothermia. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and by the way, there's dozens more who had diarrhea too. Unrelated.
Cold weather
because
diarrhea?
Those ribs, the barbecue.
Hey, listen, cold weather diarrhea is a lot worse than warm weather diarrhea.
That's true. That's actually very true. Yeah, just because of the sweating that's involved. So look, that's the first thing. That's the first aspect of this. So I'll put a pin in that. The second thing is you watch the game, and half these players, no sleeves. They're not wearing sleeves. So their arms are completely exposed. And half of them are not wearing any face mask either. More than half. 90% aren't wearing anything on their face other than just their helmet.
You're talking about COVID masks, or what are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about where they wear the ski thing that goes over their head to keep their head warm.
Not the shield or the – you're talking about
– a lot of players wear that. Yeah. But most did not. And so I'm thinking, like, what is going on here? What is the reason for this? Because it doesn't make any – you're already playing a tough man's game, all right? You're already doing way beyond what I would do. I wouldn't even sit and watch you in that weather, let alone go out there and play, which is
wait a second,
basically cement.
Wait a second, Josh, you know this.
Cement.
I mean, surprisingly to many people who have seen you in person, you actually do have some type of athletic exercises you do on a regular basis.
I have a little bit.
So the reality is that when you're running around, your body temperature is rising.
Omar, you're right,
much
100%. But you still listen. I played out. We used to have a.
By the way, just so everyone in the audience knows, Josh is talking about he plays field hockey with a bunch of girls who are in high school. He dominates.
You know what? That's very sexist what you just said.
Why?
And field hockey in Europe. Field hockey in Europe is a man's sport. Number one.
Oh, it is.
Did you know that?
No.
Yes, in Europe, field hockey is played by men. In America,
David, did you know that?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I didn't know that.
That is 100% true. Anyway, why are these guys not wearing sleeves? Is it a macho thing? Is that what it is? Are they saying like, I'm a man, I don't need to wear sleeves? Tell me why.
It's a feel thing, I think, too. If you're a skill player, you want to actually be able to feel the ball when you catch it.
Skill players wear sleeves.
Oh, interesting.
Skill players, I found this. Wide receivers.
Running backs don't.
Half of running backs do, half don't. I found there's definitely some that do. Yes, they do. Quarterbacks all wear sleeves. There's no quarterbacks without sleeves. Mahomes had sleeves, and Tua was wearing sleeves. It's the linemen that don't wear sleeves. It's the big dudes. They don't wear sleeves. And
you know why? Because they can get pulled on.
No. That's what my wife said too. She goes, well, maybe they can grab. The sleeves are compression. They're tight to your skin.
They can still be grabbed.
Theoretically, but you're grabbing the shoulder pads in the jersey. You're not really grabbing.
But that's more visible. That's more visible than grabbing.
I'm not buying that. I think it's a macho thing, and I just don't get it. I don't understand what's going on. It's minus 24. Put on sleeves. Are you nuts?
One thing. Like I was thinking about going to the Ravens game today until I saw the temperature. And I'm like, I went to a Ravens 49ers game a few years ago.
But you're not in Baltimore.
No, I was going to go back.
Oh, okay.
I was going to fly for the game.
Yeah.
I did my favorite thing ever, which is to tease my nephews and nieces that I'm going to take them to a football game and then not do it. Yeah, because when I tell them that it might happen, then they all call me. They FaceTime me. They're like, hey, Mamu. They call me Mamu. How you doing? How's life? Like, the Ravens look really good. It's okay if we don't, but any idea when we're going to be going to the game? I'm not sure yet. Let me talk to my advisor.
Wolf. Why do they keep falling for this nonsense?
Because every so often I do it. That's why we're crying wolf.
Yeah.
Sometimes you actually, there's a wolf there.
Yeah. So you've opened up a little bit of hope for them.
That's my entire career. That's my entire career. That's all of my friendships.
So smart.
Relationships. Every so often I actually do deliver.
Yeah.
But can we go back to the sleeve question?
Yes, please. I want to know.
I've been doing some research while you guys are playing.
Good.
Are you? Hold on a second, Dave. This is a recurring thing with you recently.
Yeah.
Are you going to be like our go-to data person?
Yeah, I want to Johnny on the spot.
The irony is that, by the way, for the audience, David types with one finger.
Hut and Pecker. That's a Hut and Pecker.
Yeah, right.
We have Google machines. That's the beauty. If this took place in 1985, we would sit there and not have any answers.
So, Dave, are there numerous reasons why linemen do not wear sleeves? How many reasons are there that you're seeing?
What did
Josh and I can guess them.
All right, will you just let me talk here? So it seems like the tough man is the majority of the reason. However,
interesting.
I found a quote in 2011. The head trainer for the Steelers disputed the tough guy theory, saying everyone thinks it's a macho thing when the linemen don't wear sleeves, but it's not. If you've got sleeves, you're giving the opponent something to grab, so they just stick skin cream.
Josh's wife was right. There you go.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
So that was offensive lineman.
Okay, but wait. Let's say that's true, right? Okay. Let's say that's true. Still, it's minus 24. Wouldn't you just go, I have to wear sleeves? I cannot. Yesterday, we had about 5 inches of snow here in Philadelphia. It was freezing. It was like 20 degrees. So 40 degrees warmer than it was on the field in that game. 40 degrees warmer. And I was snow blowing my driveway. My hands were like frozen at the end, and I was wearing gloves. I can't imagine what their arms feel like bare in minus 24 degrees. That cannot be pleasant.
Here's the thing, I think, growing up in Wisconsin, once it hits 10, everything below that is more dangerous, but I don't think it feels any colder.
Really?
It can be negative 10, negative 20, or 10 or 5, whatever. I think there is a good below 20 and below. Your body just, it is awful, and I don't think the degrees of it's not 4 times colder at 20 below as it is.
But my point is I couldn't feel my hands, and I was wearing gloves. Are their arms going numb?
Well, so I think it's more the risk of frostbite at minus 20. Yeah. I don't think you feel any worse. You just don't realize that it's more dangerous. Ugh. Now, I have an interesting spin on this story.
Please.
My son-in-law and his father went to the game. They're Kansas City fans.
They went to that game.
They went to the game.
They're both still in the hospital. They lost 2 of their limbs.
They, may they rest in peace. They went to the game and had a fabulous time. But I talked to both of them after the game, and you could bring blankets to the game. Apparently, you can't normally bring blankets in, but they let you bring blankets. That was one thing. And they have, and I did this when I went to the Packer game, is you get the heating pads for your hands and your feet.
Yes.
So if you get those and you keep your head warm, then, that's like 70-80% of the battle. If you can keep your extremities warm.
But even then, like when I go to a game that's really cold, not nearly that cold, I layer up. I wear 2 things of long johns. Yeah. I wear 2 things of pants. I'm layering like crazy.
You have those little pop pockets in too, right? Like the little.
And I have those too. I have the things I put on the bottom of my feet.
Do you do hot pockets with pepperoni, with sausage, or with cheese?
I do ham and cheese.
Those stay warmer longer.
I like them boiling hot on the outside and ice cold in the center.
Yeah, that's right.
Just like my hot pockets.
Yeah, that's right. But they love the game. They like the experience of being at the game, 4th coldest in NFL history, which I dispute, by the way.
This is the thing. It's like going to watch an independent film, right? You have to say how much you loved it because it was an independent film.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was great. Or like
you're right.
Your daughter's musical. Oh, it was or someone's dinner party at their house. Oh, the food was awesome. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Meanwhile,
you're right.
3/4 of it.
You're 100% right. Like when people spend a lot of money on something, or when they go out of their way to attend something, or when it's a horribly uncomfortable situation, or they have to say it was great decision. Otherwise, they're going to kill themselves over it.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of, do you think that you guys are good at discerning the difference between empty platitudes and sincere appreciation?
Yes.
Oh, Josh, you're so great, Josh. You're such a great dinner companion. You're blah, 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 blah. What you built is so amazing. Congratulations for the program you built.
I'm going to say that feels fake to me. Yeah.
No, that seemed real to me.
I actually think I am a great reader of people. Yes. I think that is a skill of mine. So
I agree.
That's I think that's a training.
So you're a good
platitude
reader.
I do.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with this?
Empty platitude radar. Well, if someone says, "I love going to that game. It was awesome. I'm so happy I went with my son." And my son lost 3 of his fingers, but you want to know what? He's that much better now at playing
that's not,
Duck Hunter.
You know what that is? That is people who get into horrible accidents and there's something wrong with them now, and they go, "I'm glad I."
Wait, hold on.
It made me who I am.
There's nothing wrong with them per se. You mean as a result of the accident?
As a result of the accident, something
wrong with them. This is where society is today.
Stop.
You could not say there's something wrong with anybody.
Stop.
Okay.
Saying something wrong is not a bad thing. It's an observation. Okay. Wrong means different than normal, and that's a perfectly normal thing. Fine thing to say.
Any views, Dave?
I lost the question. I thought we were talking about football.
Anyway, Joshy, go on with your original point.
What I'm saying is that that's people, and maybe that's a mental thing. They say that so they keep a positive attitude.
I'm happy this happened to me. Made me strong.
Yes, not happy it happened to it.
Like the game though. I think that was a father-son experience that they had. They came out unscathed.
Number one, their team won. And if they walked away without any sickness or illness or negative effects, then yes, that's something they can talk about and brag. I was the fourth coldest game in history.
Who did you speak with? The father or the son?
I spoke with both.
How about the Holy Ghost?
Certainly.
I knew where that was going.
Yeah.
Even I knew where that was going.
I talked to the whole trinity of them. I talked to the father and the son. And the father, of course, loved
independently or together?
Independently, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can Josh and I interview them?
Yes, I can get them on, and
I would like that very much.
Were they wearing sleeves?
They were wearing sleeves. Yes.
Can you eat stuff? Are you drinking stuff? Are they only drinking like hot cocoa?
You can't.
No.
So what are they doing? They're just standing there but they're shivering, watching a game.
Freeze your ass off.
So Josh, actually, you went to cold games. So do you consume anything?
Well,
you don't have a beer.
Yes, you get hot chocolate. No, I don't want a beer. I don't want anything cold. You get hot chocolate and things like that.
And how many? Wait. Okay, first of all, how many hot chocolates do you have?
One.
And then what?
You know why? Because they cost $38 at the link.
So true. That's so true. And don't you have it like in the concourse?
There.
At your seat, you probably don't drink or eat anything, right? Because you're managing your body temperature the whole time.
When it's freezing, you're right. But normally we do. But when it's freezing,
actually, you want to what? This would be a great place to do no sui wo.
What?
Yeah, because
you sweat. You sweat in that weather.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
100% you sweat.
Oh, because you're so bundled up, your body's sweating.
It's just weird. It's a weird feeling. Yeah.
It's an awful feeling actually. Kind of sweating but it's so cold on the outside. Yeah.
That's right. When I get home from those games, I shower immediately.
Good.
Immediately.
That's good. Yeah. Oh, you feel gross. Yeah.
Gross.
It's not enjoyable, but they went and had a good time, I think, because they realized, the tickets were like $40 because everyone was selling their tickets. No one wanted
to go.
So they went and drove up there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Listen, I've been to enough football games. I have, in Super Bowl included. It's not enjoyable watching Super Bowls because the only thing enjoyable going to the Super Bowl is going to the parties. I'd rather watch a game on TV. You watch a lot more of it.
It's funny you say that.
The show, by the way, is only made for TV.
It's funny you say that, Omar, because that's the other aspect of this that I wanted to touch on is that the way TVs are now and your home experience watching, it's so much better than 20, 30 years ago, where you would rather be at the game because you get different, it's just a different feeling. Now, don't get me wrong.
Are you watching the games today, Josh, in your man cave?
Yeah, I'll watch them. I'll watch them both.
But in the man cave?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Okay, so Dave, Josh, don't answer this. For the audience, Josh spent about $7 or $8 million on him. His house, by the way, cost about
no, I did not.
Like $2 million or so. About another $8 million of that was his man cave. So which is like there's big screen TVs. There's like a grumpy old bartender. There's peanuts on the floor, the whole thing. But Josh,
there's a bearded woman down there full time.
So my question, and Dave, I want to see if I want your Josh, don't say anything. How often do you think, David, Josh is using that man cave?
That's interesting because I have something similar. It's not as decked out as Josh is for the football because my wife wouldn't let me do that. Your advisory committee. I have a screen. I have the projector. And I find that I don't watch it as much as I used to.
Wait, hold on. Is your screen and projector a separate room or is it part of the main room?
It's a separate room in the basement. Yeah.
Okay, so you use it very well. Okay, so how often do you think Josh uses do you think he uses it every Sunday for every Eagles game? With the ones he doesn't go to, or do you?
Well, I think you bring buddies over at away games, right? So you probably obviously use it then, right?
Okay, yes. 8 times a year.
Okay. And then I would probably, if you're like me, I only use it for certain movies. Otherwise, I watched it on my TV.
Josh, don't nod your head. Take a guess, Dave. Like, Josh, how long have you had it for? Probably about a year and a half, 2 years.
I've had it for 8 years.
I think in the last year he's used it 20 or less times.
I'll take set the over under. Is it 20?
Okay. Well, if we're gonna say it that way, then I'll say 25. 25.
I'll take the under. Josh, what's the number?
I think it's probably around that. That's so hard to say if it's over or under.
And that's funny. I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
That's about right. I want to go down. See, here's the thing. I want to go down there more than my wife does.
That's right.
Because we get comfortable in the family room, and then we're like, let's watch a movie. I'm like, great, let's go downstairs. She's like, I don't feel like going downstairs. I'm already comfortable here. And we're like, all right. And then we end up just watching there in the family room. And that happens more than I would like. I would like to go downstairs. We have it's a theater room. It's really cool. And I put a lot of time and effort into that. And it's a 130-inch screen and blah, blah, blah. And, so I would like to go down there more, but yeah, we find ourselves getting lazy and just not going down. And
it's
the dog.
Too far from the kitchen.
Too far from the den. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that's my topic. You guys kind of.
All right.
Solved it for me.
So that was 61. And, again, we'd love to hear from all of you. We've got the email, friends@fts.media. We've got lots of places to connect with us. You could comment, certainly on our Instagram page
follow us on the gram @Friends Talking Shop.
@Friends Talking Shop. So, we are growing. We're glad you're with us. Tell your friends all about it. We've got big dreams, and we're going to keep going. Thanks to Josh's hard work, honestly. So,
yeah, actually, you want to know what? I speaking of empty platitudes that might actually be authentic, Josh, thank you so much for all the time you've put into helping us accelerate the growth of this brand. It means a lot to me.
Okay, that sounded very sincere.
I think that was.
Well, it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love.
I'm going to say that was a real compliment.
There's nothing more important in life than to be sincere. The minute you can figure out how to fake it, you got it made.
Yeah.
Well, you just insulted Josh's white lie book that he's writing. So
unless he didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless he's part of the book.
Well, stay tuned till next time to find out is Omar lying or is he telling the truth? But hey, until that time, goodbye, everybody.
See ya.
Smell you later.